guys! So today I want to do a quick video for you guys about my hair care routine. I know that before I colored mine pastel, I tried researching like how to care for pastel hair, and I couldn't really find a lot specific to pastel, but most of these products are really good for just, you know, bleached hair or really just any hair. So I'll kind of go through each one of them and explain why I like it and talk about the price point of each one as well. So starting from the beginning, I don't use shampoo and conditioner on my hair. I find that even if it's a moisturizing shampoo, I feel like it still like strips my hair, and then I'm like trying to like put conditioner back in to like re-moisturize it, and it just never feels good. So I've actually switched to a cleansing conditioner, and hopefully you can see that, but the one that I'm using right now is Ren Pure Solutions Rosemary Mint Cleansing Conditioner. I actually got it at Target for $6.99, and it's a 16-ounce bottle, so it's, I mean, you can see it compared to my hand, it's a pretty good size. You do have to use a lot, but it says safe for color treated hair specifically, which is why I went with this brand. My sister did just get me some Wen, so I'm really excited to try that, but I wanted to try to be good and use this up first before I move on to Wen. I love this because when I wash my hair, I don't get a ton of, like, I don't see a ton of purple, so I know that it's not stripping too much color out of my hair, which is really great. And my hair just feels like super moisturized, but it still feels clean. I know that a lot of people are like scared of cleansing conditioners because you feel like your hair is not going to feel clean, but I promise you, like, after I use this, I have no oil in my hair or anything. Like, it feels so good. So that's the first thing. I really only wash my hair once or twice a week, twice at the most. It's really just once a week. And if you have bleached hair, you know your hair is dry, so you don't have to wash it as much. But really, I'm a firm believer that no one should be washing their hair more than twice a week, just because it's not good for your hair. And you can train it. You really can train your hair to not need to be washed, because I used to wash mine every day too. So anyway, cleansing conditioner is the way to go. After that, I use It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I wanted this stuff for a while, and I kept avoiding it because it's really expensive. I mean, this bottle is $40, and I normally would never spend that much, but my hairdresser used it on me once, and I really love it. It's got a huge list of stuff that it helps with, heat protectant, things like that. It's a leave-in conditioner, and it just really makes my hair feel amazing, and it's one of the only products that I have to use before blow drying. Plus, I only use it when I wash my hair, so I really only use it once or twice a week, so it doesn't get used that much, so I feel like it's worth spending the money on. Plus, you can get it on sale at Ulta occasionally, and of course you can use Ulta coupons, you can use your reward points, that kind of thing. So that's that. Then after I blow dry it, normally I will, sorry, I'm trying to find the right thing. Oh gosh, here it is. Okay. I'll use a heat protectant, and this is a must, especially if you have bleached hair. You have to use a heat protectant on your hair. I'm not going to tell you not to use heat, because I do it a couple times a week. I know that you shouldn't, but my thing is, if I don't use heat, I'm not going to like how my hair looks, so what's the point of all this if I don't even like how it looks? So anyway, I use the Redken Iron Shape Thermal Protecting Spray. I've tried a couple others, like some of the less expensive ones, the Not Your Mother's. I've tried a couple others, and I just really didn't like them. This one was not too expensive. I want to say it was like 12 bucks, but I bought it when they were having a buy two get one free Redken sale at Ulta, so I stocked up. And again, I only use this, you know, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I really try not to put too much heat on my hair, so it's not like I'm using it every single day. So that's what I use for a heat protectant. Then I'll usually flat iron my hair, and then kind of, depending on how it looks, depends on what product I put on it next. I usually like to follow up flat iron with some kind of oil. This is actually a sample I got, but a little bit has gone a really long way. It's the Macadamia Natural Oil Healing Oil Spray. I really like that it's a spray, because I find that if it's just like one that I put in my hand and put all over my hair, then I don't know, I feel like I can't get it like all over, and I feel like certain areas get like kind of bogged down. So this is like a really nice mist. I actually used it today just to kind of like make this shiny, because it was looking a little dull, so I just like spray it a little bit and kind of like run my fingers through it and then let that dry before moving on to my next product. Then to get a little bit of, I like this part to have like some volume and some texture. So I actually use this Got To Be Powderful Styling, Volumizing Styling Powder. It just gives you some texture up here, and it makes it not so like clean. Sometimes on the first day I won't use this just because it does like kind of build up in your hair. So sometimes the first day I'll just like let it be flat, and then on day 2 I'll just, but you just take the lid off and just, well, you can do one of two things. You can put it in your hand and then apply, but I can never get that to work right. So I just like lightly shake it. It does come out pretty fast, and it's a really fine powder, so be careful because if you use it a lot it'll get really sticky. I will say this stuff doesn't have the best staying power. Like, I feel like it, by the end of the day, my hair's still a little bit flat, so I'm going to try the Bedhead, I think it's Bedhead Powder Play sometime, but I want to use this stuff up first. I think this is only like $3. It was really cheap. So if you want some volume, this is a really good product to use, and you can kind of do this and tease to give you some extra volume. So then after that, I will follow up with just a spray wax. This one is Matrix Design Pulse. I bought it because it was on clearance. You can see the orange sticker. I kind of don't like this spray wax very much, so I'm going to try a new one, but I do like the fact that spray wax, it allows your hair to move still. So like with hairspray, it's like you spray it and then that's just kind of how your hair is for the rest of the day. But with a spray wax, it gives you a lot more flexibility, which is really great. So on day 2 of my hair not being washed, usually I don't need a dry shampoo just because my hair is so dry, but if I do, I use this Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. This stuff is amazing. I've used so many different dry shampoos, and I'm obsessed with this one right now. I want to say it was between like $5 and $7, but I've had it for a while, and it still has like maybe a third of a bottle left, so I'm really impressed by this. Again, you can always find it on sale at Ulta or use a coupon. But it doesn't really have much of a smell, which is nice. It doesn't leave a residue, which is great. I just really love this. Then after you dry your hair out with the dry shampoo, you need to follow it up with some moisture. So I love this Bedhead Spoil Me. Basically what I do is after I do the dry shampoo in my roots and I kind of like scrub it in a little bit with my fingers, then I spray this lightly, mostly hitting the ends. And it also, like, not only does it put moisture back in my hair, like, it tends to, like, allow me to restyle my hair easier. So a lot of times if I spray this in my hair, if I have, like, some weird waves or something, I can just kind of brush them out. So then I don't have to go back with heat. It's crazy. So I really recommend this stuff. Again, I stocked up on this when it was buy 2 get 1 free at Ulta and combined that with a coupon. So it wasn't too expensive. I want to say regular price it's maybe between $15 and $20, but it does last quite a while because it's a really light mist and it also smells really great. So that's that. The only other product that I use to try to help keep me from having to use heat quite so much on my hair is the Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. I love this stuff because it kind of, I have a little bit of a natural wave and it just kind of accents that. So if I'm feeling like my hair's looking a little wavy but I don't want to put heat on it, I just kind of go and spray it in this longer part of my hair and then kind of scrunch it a little bit. It's perfect for, especially for like spring and summer. And right now apparently like the natural wavy hair, like even with flyaways, is really in right now. I keep reading that everywhere. So this sea salt spray is going to be really great, but I will say for me it does not work as well on clean hair. So I really have to wait until like day 3 to be able to get any benefit out of this stuff, but I'll use this for like a couple days in a row to kind of extend, usually to like day 6 or 7, and then I wear a hat for a day or maybe like a scarf over my head, and then the next day I'll wash again with the cleansing conditioner. So I almost forgot about something, but I didn't. So you guys know I use the cleansing conditioner like I talked about at the beginning of this video, but if you have purple hair or if you have any kind of bleached hair that's ashier, so that's not yellow, you know that you're always fighting that brassiness. You're always going to be fighting those yellow tones that try to creep in. Now, the good thing is when your hair is this purple, it's not going to come through. But once it starts to fade a little bit, like in the last video I did, it is going to get kind of dingy and like yellowy and gross looking, and it is not good. So what I do when that starts to happen, and it's usually like 3 to 4 weeks in, is I'll wash with a color safe shampoo. So this is L'Oreal Paris Color Vibrancy Nourishing Shampoo. I really love this shampoo. It smells amazing. The only problem for me personally is they do animal testing, so I won't be buying this shampoo again, but I do only use it like once a month, so not very often at all. So anyway, I'll use this shampoo, kind of get all the product buildup out of my hair, just so that it kind of starts to feel clean. Then after that first shampoo, I'll go in with some purple shampoo. Now, I used to use Schwarzkopf, which is kind of like a higher end. I think it was like $18 for like a pretty small bottle. Like I think the bottle was like around this much product. Like it was not a lot. And it was okay. Like I was fine with it, but it wasn't great. So now I'm actually back to just using Shimmer Lights. And this is like a pretty old shampoo from what I understand. This bottle is really gross because I've had it for a long time. But I think this was like $6 or $7 at Sally's, and if you've ever used it before, you know that it just looks like a dark purple paint almost. It is so dark, but it really works well for getting rid of that yellow. Just as a side note, I do not recommend using Shimmer Lights when your hair is still like super purple, because in my experience it does kind of strip the color out a bit. So keep that in mind. You really only want to use the Shimmer Lights once your hair has faded and it's starting to show some yellow. So anyway, I'll wash with the Shimmer Lights. I usually leave it on my hair for 3 to 5 minutes. It does kind of deposit a little bit of color back in, so you will see a tiny bit of purple come through from the Shimmer Lights, which is another benefit of using it. But you don't want to leave it too long because it is very drying, unfortunately. So because of that, then you got to follow up with a conditioner. And this is the conditioner that just goes with the Color Vibrancy shampoo. I really like it. I'll also leave this on my head for a couple minutes just to like really let it soak in. Then from there, I'll usually use some kind of mask. That's kind of, I guess, just whatever you prefer to use. I've used like a coconut oil mask before where I just put it all over my head and leave it overnight. That's not my favorite thing to do just because it's just a pain. I don't like how it smells. The Joico K-Pack is one of my favorite masks to use. It's like really thick, which is good. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but I actually just bought a small bottle at Ulta. I think it was around $5 to $7, and since I only use it like once a month and my hair is pretty short, I think I've been able to already get like 3 treatments out of it, and I could probably get another 1 or 2. So that's an option, but there's tons of masks out there and they're all helpful, so just kind of play around with them and see which one works the best for you, but you do want to get that moisture put back into your hair. Also, I would then recommend following it up with the It's a 10 like I talked about earlier. So anyway, I think that's about it as far as products that I use on a regular basis. I know it's a lot, but I do try to use as many inexpensive products as possible. I would recommend, if you're only going to buy a couple things, start out with a cleansing conditioner for sure. I think that this is really going to maintain your pastel more than just about any other product you could possibly use. Once you're ready to splurge, I would then go for the It's a 10. And those are probably like the 2 most important things, I think. As far as color safe shampoo and conditioner, I think they're all kind of the same, but I know that people would argue with me on that. So anyway, whatever you prefer, just use it. It's going to be fine. If you have any questions about my hair or anything else, feel free to comment and leave them below, and I'll definitely answer those. I'm actually getting ready to go out of town to go to Chicago. I'm really excited about that, so I'm sure I'll be sharing some stuff with you guys. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. You can also check out my blog, which is going to be valeriebrennan.com. Spelling is the same as in the corner. I don't know which corner it goes in. We'll see, whatever. Anyway, that's how you spell it, valeriebrennan.com. You can see more about like outfits. I just did a post all about jewelry and the different places that I like to buy jewelry and how I get it for cheap. That was one of my favorite blog posts I've ever done, so make sure to check that one out. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully this is helpful for you. Thanks.